Oh my goodness, guys, your boy Crank is back. Your boy Crank is back trying to take a swing at $112,000 for a new all-time high. We have a new all-time high on Bitcoin, 112, guys. And your boy Crank decided that, man, the Coliseum, let's take a swing. We're doing pretty good so far. We're up $3,000. We're up another 3 G's. Let's see if we can keep it going, baby. Woo! Should we pull a crypto face and say 110 grand forever? 112K top forever? We don't know yet. We don't know yet. She's fighting. But I started pounding down on the short right here. Oh, man. I just kept adding and adding and adding to it, but I had to use lower leverage because I was like, golly, man, I don't know where this thing's going. Maybe she just keeps cooking and I got to hunt for a little bit higher position. Ay. These positions. This is our second one today. We took the first short with $2.5 million on the position. What's up, David Toth? We took the first short with a $2.5 million position. We clapped out a $2,800 trade. We took a whole bunch of longs this morning in the Coliseum. Now we're short from 111,111. But, man, let's see how this plays out because this is tricky. This is tricky business. Scary business here. She can keep cooking, man. The more that they pound down on these shorts, the higher this thing can go. But we're fighting right now. We are fighting. This is what the Coliseum's all about. We are fighting. We waited patiently for the all-time highs. We knew that everybody and their mom was going to be shorting this thing. Let's see if we get a double top. Let's see if we get stopped out. Let's see if we make a little profit. Let's see if we catch a homer. Let's see if everybody just starts pounding down on the shorts. Exciting. We're up $3,000. Let's see if we could just keep it going. Ugh, stressful these positions, man. I was excited to jump on the YouTube. See what we can catch here, man. Sheesh, these big positions trip me out sometimes, man. I don't know how some of these guys do it. But you got to keep fighting, man. You got to be waiting. You got to wait for the highs, got to wait for the lows, and when the opportunity comes, we take and we strike. Another monster day. If we end up closing these trades out here, guys, it's almost another $6,000 day. But let's see how we finish, man. Let's not get into the moon math, moon numbers until we actually close something. Right on. But your boy Crypto Crank is taking on 112K. Let's see what happens. Woo! Sheesh. Let's see what's going to happen here, guys. I want to do some TA, but I can't take my eyes off of this thing. I want to see if she's going to start rolling over. You know, we were looking at Josh's FOMO mode. We're looking at the heat map, man. We cleaned it all out. Let's see if this thing, if they just start pounding down on these shorts, man. Let's see if everybody just starts cleaning clocks and this thing starts rolling over. Get us to $108,000. At least 108, man. At least. Come on, Biddy. Just roll strictly over, boy. Just plummet. I'm a little biased right now, guys, because we're short. You know, anytime I get into these big shorts, your boy is super, super biased. I want this thing to burn and die. Go to fucking 70 grand right now. Make me 50 racks. I want this thing to just roll straight over. And who knows, this thing can totally pop all the way back up to the top, guys. We're still holding $100,000 and $110,000. We got a new all-time high of 112 on Zoomex. Who knows where this trade leads us, man? But you know what? We're taking a big swing on it right now. It's our second big trade for the day. Whew. These trades scare me every single time, man. But we got to take them from the top. Look, she's popping. She's trying. She can totally come screaming all the way up and roll over. Do a double top type action. She can blow right through. Maybe we get stopped out and we got to take another hunt for it. Do we at least get stopped out for at least some dough? What do we do? Oh. My last two shorts, man, have been playing out, but I've been taking profits, and then they've just been rolling over. It's just tough right now, guys, because we're all the way up at $112,000. So who knows, man? We can totally hit 113s, 117s was the fib, the trend-based fib extension. What's up, Moon Boy? What's up, you guys? I know all you guys are real happy to see the spot bags are pumping. You know, ETH's pumping. Again, I'm happy for the spot bags as well. It's just, man, when you get into these big shorts, I want this thing to roll over and die, man. And she's going to fight. You know, she can pop all the way back up and roll. Look, there she goes. Is she going to stop us out and just roll on over? I might have to at least take some profit here, man. Just, I don't know. This is just, these big positions stress me out because 112 can totally be blown out. And then I'm going to be shorting at that 117s, 114s, wherever it starts looking toppy again. Do I at least lock in at least 1,000, at least 1,500? God. I want to try to catch a home run on this thing, especially if 112. Guys, normally the summer is not bullish. The summertime is not bullish. We're in the thick of the summer. We normally have this final pump right here, and then we bleed out. And we can go over that, but give me a second here. We can go over all of that TA because normally summertimes are not bullish. This thing's pumping, man. Again, this thing can rip. Oh, there she goes. We're trying to take on 112 grand right now, guys. And I want to show you guys exactly. We normally have this one last final hoorah, and then we bleed out all summer long. And then we end up hitting a bottom, and then Bitcoin will have its final rally, final 2025 hoorah. And then you guys get to enjoy the next fucking bear market for the next 2.5 years. I might just have to close this for at least a G-bone, man. This sucker's gonna... We're too close for comfort. If anything, we'll end up re-getting back inside of the position. Like if she goes for a second all-time high, you know what I mean, and just keeps ripping, then maybe we get a better position up here. And I can take the short all over again. Dangerous. Tough acting and acting, guys. If you guys are on X right now and you're watching me, definitely come on over. Like and subscribe on the YouTube so you guys get the notification bells. We've been doing the scalp and chills. We've been clapping out almost $2,000, $3,000 almost every single night in the Coliseum, where it's a scalp and chill with your boy Radical Crank in the Coliseum, all right? And we're doing this every single day, guys. This morning we were live in my premium, which is my Telegram, which is the Coliseum. Well, we're doing all of these trades. We busted out a whole bunch of longs. We caught a whole big old short this morning. Killing it. We're absolutely killing it. We're up another 1,600, a minimum of 1,000. I have to lock in at least 1,000, but I want to see what these whales are doing here. We can go over to the heat map real quick. Let's see what we're working with. Sheesh, man, we could totally dump all the way down to 109s, or we can squeeze up to 111 200s, 112s, or I'm sorry, 112, 113s, 112 500s. We can squeeze, but we have it lit up all over the place, guys. Obviously, everybody's trying to short this, so they want to try to short squeeze everybody. Eventually, these entities or these whales are going to want to plummet this thing and capture this this liquidity as well. So we're in limbo. No wonder why we pumped. We took the little bit of liquidity in the center of this at this 110 700s. Now we got to see. Let's see what the bulls and the bears favor, man. Are we? Let's see what these entities, these whales want to do. Is 112 the top for the summer for a double top? Or are we heading up towards that 117 before we see a little massive pullback down to at least 100K, 90s, something big for a real liquidity grab? That's a $1,600 loser at 112. This thing's probably, look, she's getting ready to blitz, man. We might just have to close it and try to get another better position here, because she's cooking, man. She's trying. And like I showed you guys on the heat map, we can go all the way up to technically almost 113 and just really try to just everybody that's shorting this, try to squeeze them out right up in here, 113s, and then we roll over hard. And then we can plummet. Let's see. And it's only 3 o'clock my time. What a random pump in the middle of the freaking day. Oh, legacy markets are closed, so the whales can really pump this thing without any ETFs, without any of those things running. The whales can just blitz everybody on this bad boy. Either way, we're up $1,600. We were all the way down here towards 2,800. We gotta wait and see what's gonna happen, man. I feel like the whales just want to really squeeze these guys, man. They want to squeeze all of us shorters, man. Put us in our place. They want to short squeeze. Put us in our place. And then at the same time, I want these shorters just to pound these bulls to the ground, baby. To the fucking floor. Get us all the way down here. Get us right back down here. Something crazy, 108s. I mean, this is a little too close for comfort on the 1 minute, but man, you go to a 1 hour, it looks like we shorted the damn top. Just come on down, right back here to 109s, 108s, somewhere in here, man. It looks like we did the right thing, but did we? I don't know. Who knows? It's just fucking tough acting to acting right now, man. I know that if we break this little area that we bounced from on this liquidity, we're rolling over, boy. If we break this, then we can start really, really rolling down. But if we break probably my entry, we have a high probability of doing two things. Either double topping right up in here, or two, we're going to end up seeing that 113 liquidity like I'm talking about. Something like that right up in here. 112, 900, something like this, where you're going to see a second top on a ripper. And I feel like that's what they want to do. They want to try to just pound these shorts, man. And then they're going to end up bolting us down, straight down here. And again, just what a random pump right at market close, right? Legacy markets close. These guys just pump the shit out of this thing. 111 200s. At 111 200s, at least we make 1,000 up here. Stressing. Your boy's stressing. I don't like how this thing's trying to fight, man. This little bastard's trying to fight on me. She's trying to fight on me. We have the famous crypto lifer head and shoulders bull flag pattern on the 32nd. This sucker looks like she's wanting to go, man, but I want to see. This is tough acting to acting right now. If we could break down below this, then I'm in the home free, baby. We can drop 109s all the way down to that liquidity that we were talking about. We go over here. Let's hit the refresh on the map. Yeah, we can start munching this liquidity here at 110s all the way down. Depends on where she wants to fall. 109 200s. We're in a big gap right now. There's a big void. Where do these guys want to take us? Because again, we're up at 112 500s up to 113s is where it ends. Man, I swear, I think they just want to squeeze these guys. There she goes. She's going to try to squeeze, man. Preferably, so I don't have to get stopped out for $1,000. I prefer that we just plummet down to like 70 grand. 0, 50, 110. Fuck it. But I just have this feeling, man. These whales, it's just too obvious to short 112. You know what I mean? You squeeze a little higher all the way up to that 113, start hitting some of this liquidity. Yeah, this thing's getting ready to pop up for sure. Oh, what do we do, guys? What do we do? Do we want to enter back up at the top of this if she gets there? Are we going to hold this? We're flopping and groping, as old crypto face would say, huh? Stressing fucking balls. Well, we're right at $1,000, guys, right now for profits. So she looks like she's wanting to squeeze up and just try to short squeeze these guys. Maybe a double top, like I said. Or we're going to end up seeing that trend-based Fibonacci up at 113s. 113s, 117s is where she can squeeze all the way. It just depends on how bad these guys want to short squeeze this thing. This thing just looks like she's ready to cook. Thing's getting ready to go, man. She's getting ready to pop. Do we at least want to lock in a little bit? Or just let it ride and recapture? You know, we also have the Asia session as well. I want to see what the other side of the world is going to do when they wake up and see that we have $112,000 Bitcoin. Do these guys want to continue to pump these things? Does everyone want to buy $112,000 Bitcoin? Long it? Or do they just want to pound this thing to the ground at least to 106, 100, and 108, somewhere in there? What do you guys think? You guys think that Bitcoin's going to Valhalla? You guys think it's going all the way up to $120,000 in the next 2 days, just going to keep squeezing and pumping? Or are we going to be getting a double top-a-roni like this right here, here and here? Boom, we put in a new all-time high, barely. This doesn't look, normally when we pop off, guys, we see something like this, like this, like this. We see with these nasty wicks. We haven't seen a nasty wick yet, so that's what kind of scares me, is that this could be just waiting to squeeze everybody, you know what I'm saying? Just waiting to squeeze everyone. One more nasty big wick, and then we can try to catch the top of that. That's why I'm only using 3x leverage. No, there she goes. You guys think China dumps? China plows this thing to the ground? I think so too. Who the fuck wants to buy $112,000 Bitcoin? That's just me. I wouldn't be long on this shit, expecting for a little pump. Probability states on a trade, we can come down, much easier than we can go up. But again, who knows? We're just going to play it out, man. I know if we can get past this little area here, we can get past this little area here, I'm in the home free. I'll be happy with this trade. But we got to bust out these long boys. We got to bust out these little long boys. Boom. And then we can start lightening up on the stress a little bit. Sheesh. These dudes are just straight trying to rip this thing, man. I hate green candles right now because I haven't locked anything in. We're wanting this thing to we just put in a new all-time high. Maybe we could just cool off and come back down to at least, 110s down here. At least 110s. Just come down 2% from a new all-time high and then maybe go for another swing. It's just too hot and heavy right now because it's just too soon. And ETH looks like it's ready to take another run. I just hate closing these things and then missing a position, man. It's either all or nothing. It's literally all or nothing. Again, guys, if you guys like the content, you guys have been liking the late night scalp and chills, where we come into the Coliseum. You guys get to see your boy Crypto Crank scalp, just like how you're watching right now. If you guys can make your way over from X over to YouTube, hit the subscribe on the X, hit the bell notifications. That way you guys can participate in some of these trades when we're taking them. Last night in the Coliseum, we popped off almost 3 Gs. The night before that was $2,000. We've been doing this almost every single night with the Crypto Crank scalp and chills. Underneath my YouTube, there is my free Telegram group where you guys can come in, surround yourself with other traders, a lot of like-minded people. Everyone's got an opinion on portfolios, on trades, on markets, news. A lot of fun. And then we have the Coliseum, which is my premium group where you get to learn my trading styles, how to radically scalp, swing, range trade, how to use your tools, how to have patience, how to learn psychology behind trading. And we still have 4 hours till Asia opens up, man, for their markets. Oh yeah, Ryzen. If I wanted to take 50% of the trade, I absolutely could. So if I wanted to, I can hit a, let's just say a limit order. I can hit 50% here and close out 50. all day. I could take 50% off the banger right there if we wanted to. And again, shout out to our partnership with Zoomex, guys. You absolutely do get these fees blanketed. All right, I've been on the phone with Zoomex, all the management team, the whole 9 yards, guys, and nobody gets tier 4 fees right off of the bat for just signing up. No influencers do it because none of those influencers are trading as heavy as the Coliseum. We're doing $200 million in volume every single month. We automatically get the fees. They're blanketed. You also get a 1-to-1 match. All right? You don't have to trade $100 million in order to get those tier 4 fees. So for all your trading needs, all your spot trading, everything, crypto portfolios, shout out to Zoomex, which is my partner. Come on, baby. Take these boys out. Lighten it up a little bit. Lighten up my mind a little bit. Hook these dudes. But yeah, you can take whatever portion of the trade you'd like off. Again, what we're wanting to see, I originally had the short from up here, and then I kept adding to it, and this is where I said, you know what, let's finish off here. We ended up almost making 3 Gs, and now we're fighting. We are fighting right now, guys. Let's see if we can take these boys out. Take them out here. We're back up to almost 2 grand. Plummet, baby. All right, I'm back. What do we got here, guys? We got a handful of you guys here. Nice. Okay. We got some of our members inside of the Coliseum. Took some shorts on Solana, Ethereum, XRP. Why? Because they were prepared. They have the confidence. Come on, baby. We want this thing to roll on over. We're up 2 grand. We want it just to roll completely over. Get us to just down to 110s. We could reassess how she's going to bounce from here, but you know, we want this thing just to roll over and keep fighting. That's oh yeah. Who knows what it's going to do? This shit right here, drawing all this shit out like this because nobody knows what it's about to do with the entities and the whales. This is nothing but chart fairy right here, baby. This is where you're just charting away, just a little chart fairy. Come on. Now, I would like it, though, in all reality, now that we had this little bit of these longs right here, tried to push this up. We want to see this since it came down, kind of treat it as rejection off of these dudes right here, and that would be nice. And that way we can head back down to this. In all reality, though, what would be the sweetest is if we just straight up rolled straight down and then came up. And she's still fighting, man. She is fighting. Pablo Cryptobar, what's up, bro? If you guys are just tuning in here, it's Crypto Crank in the Coliseum versus 112K. Let's see how this plays out. Right now, we are short. I've been pounding down on this short, guys. She's fighting right now. Legacy markets are closed. Asian markets are about to open up in about 4 hours. Bitcoin, if all you Bitcoin holders, I'm a big proponent of Bitcoin. I'm a Bitcoin maxi. I hold a fuck ton of Bitcoin. We did put in a new all-time high, 112,000. We can see here that this is a double top, but this does not look like a top to me. I'm just waiting for like a little, 110, just a little pullback here, little pullback, and then maybe she fires off again. This does not, look like a top to me. Normally tops are like this, guys. Big blow-off wicks, big blow-off wicks. This does not look like a top to me, so we got to see what's going to end up what's going to happen here. But we're up to almost $2,000. Again, we're just letting it ride. And like I told you, we can kind of see this little downtrend here. It's not going to be good if she comes up, because then she probably is going to try to take out these shorters, all the shorters from up here, including myself. It's good. What we're seeing right now is that she's fighting. She came down, floated around, a little accumulation popped up, broke this little accumulation. It's going to be a little resistance right here. Now we want to see this thing bail down. If she starts ripping up, man, we might just have to close partial. It's just that I did that earlier. I had a $2.5 million short earlier. I ended up closing it out real early for $2,800, and this thing just bled out. And then it popped up to the new all-time high. This can go either way, guys. This really can go either way right now on this. This is tough act. It's an act, and all I know is that, did we really think that 112 was just going to get blown by? Was she going to fight at the 112 like she's doing now? Can we cool off for a little bit? Maybe the Asian market takes us up to that 113s, 117s. Are we going to cool off for the next few days? Reaccumulate, reposture on the position. is 112 the top forever? Who fucking knows? We don't really care in the Coliseum. We're just going to clap these trades, guys. We're going to clap out some dough one way or another. We'll long it from the bottoms. We'll short it from the tops. And that's what you get with Crypto Crank in the Coliseum. I'll teach you guys how to do this, how to have the patience to nail these positions. Position size, risk management, how to have an answer for an entry, an exit, a stop loss. Look, there she goes. She's trying to break through. I don't know if I'm going to go live later, David Toth. My heart can't take this shit. We've been in some big boy positions all day. $2.5 million short this morning. We got $500,000 on this one right now that we've been trying to pound town into. I wanted to go heavier leverage up at the top. If you know what, I probably would have closed the trade if I was at much higher leverage, because then I probably would have made $6-7 grand on this dip. But dude, you just the more you short this thing, the higher this thing can fucking push. You know what I'm saying? And the whales know that. The more that they short this, the higher they can squeeze all the way up. What I want to see right now is it cool off. Just get me back down to 110. At 110, let's see, what do we make at 110,000? We'll make a quick 5 G's. I'll be happy with 5 grand. You know, we're up 2 G's already, but who knows? This thing could totally just start ripping, man. And it looks like she might be ready just to start that squeeze that I'm talking about. You know, it looks like she's getting ready to pop. But who knows, man? This is a battle. This is a fight right now, guys. Let's go back to the heat map. Let's just take a quick little peekaboo. Peekaboo. We're stuck in the fucking gap right here. Look at this. There's nothing lit up. It's all below us or it's all above us. There is nothing in between. We have no idea where this thing's going to go. So anybody telling you otherwise is batshit crazy. Needs to put their money where their mouth is and have a position from either the fucking bottom and they're biased, saying that we're going to all-time highs, or you're short from the top and you want this thing to burn. And thanks everybody for joining me. We're doing this consistently in the Coliseum. We're doing the scalp and chills. We have my live streams in the premium, which is the Coliseum. We have my open chat. If you're on X right now, please make your way over to YouTube, like and subscribe, hit the notification bell if you guys want to participate in any of these trades. Last night, I think we popped off quite a bit of trades. We made another 30-some hundred bucks. Today we're up, we're up almost 6 grand on the other trades. And the day before we did $2,000. We called it 2 grand in 1 hour. Is Bitcoin going for it? Oof. And I got to be honest with you, I would not mind a position at 113s, 117s, and pound down on a, juice the leverage up a little bit, get a $500,000 on the trade, maybe even $1 million if we can, if we get into that 117, there she goes. Look, she's going for it. This right here is just one big volume gap, guys. There's nothing here. All right, all the liquidity. This is one big volume gap. Nobody knows where this is going to go. And when it makes a move, it's either going to run or it's going to plummet. Because the volume, we can see that it's literally right up here at 112,800s, right above us, or right down below this mark right in here. It's heading in one of these directions. Ain't nobody know. You take the position and you settle down, baby. See what's gonna happen. Ain't nothing moving yet, man. Ain't nothing moving yet. We haven't even started the big move. I'm telling you, we're in a massive volume gap right now. There's nothing here. When we get going, she's going to start either throwing some green candles or she's throwing some red candles. If you're long on the 4 hour, all right, you go to the 4 hour and you're long within something like this right here. All right, if you're long in something right here and you're gearing up for a breakout and you're long from something inside of here, you're biased because you want this thing to rip. If you're on my end of the stick here, and we got a double top, all right, double topper, we're a little biased because you want this thing to fucking die. Coughing. We want this thing to fucking roll over and die, dude. Somebody's about to be right. As of right now, the bulls are in favor because if you're long from the bottom, you're obviously in much more, you're in a big position. If you're short from the top, we're about to get there. Nobody knows. All you could do is buckle down, get into the position, set your stop losses, know your risk management. Buckle down, baby. We don't know what's about to happen in the next hour. Each side is biased. You got the longs who are bullish as fuck. You got the shorts. You know. Tough acting to acting right now, guys. If you guys are just joining us, so what times is the Asian market open? Let's see, it's almost 4 o'clock. I believe it's 7, 8 o'clock, 7, 8 o'clock. If you guys are just tuning in, we took the short from the top, kept adding to it. We're hoping that this thing rolls over, make us some quick dough, get us down towards that 110. Just something like 110, maybe to our breakout area. Let's go to like a quick 15-minute, 30-minute. Just something like this. You know, maybe we come down to at least this, which is 109 600s. Take a quick little breather. Maybe bolt on out towards that 117, 113, somewhere in here. But she's fighting. She is fighting right now. It's 3 p.m. Pablo Crypto Bar. It's 4 o'clock where I'm at. Yeah, pretty close in the time zones, huh? You must be Pacific. You must be Pacific. Pacific time zone. We have been live for an hour. We've just been watching this bad boy fight. Yes, sir. But I don't hold all kinds of different cryptos, bro. I hold Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Chainlink. I did do a poll, though, about a month ago inside of my open chat. And I said, hey, should we sell a half a Bitcoin? Should we sell half a Bitty? Buy some just random alts? Maybe get into some Avalanche and Aave and Arrow and all these projects. Maybe we'll still do that because Bitcoin dominance is still ripping. There we go. Bitcoin dominance actually took a nice big hit today. It sure did. We peaked out at 66. My goal was 70% on BTC dominance. But it is cooling off, and this is why your altcoins are cooking today and this last week. Yeah, it's exciting to see. I want to see what happens here. We just put in a new all-time high. Does Bitcoin cool off for a minute? Does Bitcoin cool off, or do we continue to just grind? New high until the entities or the whales decide, let's hit the market sell button. At some point, we're gonna cool off. I mean, every time we hit a new all-time high, we cool off. We got to see what's gonna happen here. We're up $2,000. We are up 2 G's. And again, if you guys are just tuning in on X, you guys can check out my profile on X. It does have my free Telegram. You guys are more than welcome to jump on in. Surround yourself with a bunch of other traders, a bunch of other crypto enthusiasts. Float around your ideas. You can ask as many questions. I'm live as can be in both the open chat, which is the Cranksters Lounge, and then I also have Cranksters Coliseum, which is my premium. Learn how to take the radical scalps. Learn how to day trade. She gonna bolt through? Is now the time? She's faking everybody out. We're up 2 G's. And if you are on X, you guys are more than welcome. Jump on over to the YouTube, subscribe, hit the notification bell so that way you guys can see, get more of the radical scalps, get more of the live action with your boy Crypto Crank and the Cranksters Coliseum. There she goes, man. Come on, baby, roll over. Is this thing gonna pump? I feel like she's gonna squeeze, man. Everybody trying to short this thing, trying to get into a position. ETH is pushing right now. ETH is trying, yep. ETH is absolutely trying. Everything's trying to push. At some point, somewhere, they're gonna hit the market sell button and we're gonna just plummet. We're gonna cool off. Did we catch it? To be determined. You know, could she squeeze up to that little bit higher that we're talking about? Absolutely. I just hate closing these things and she just completely rolls over. Especially after we just put in a new all-time high of 112. 112.019. But this thing can cook, man. Yes, she can. And again, guys, shout out to Zoomex. Lowest fees in the game, baby. Your boy. Oh, here we go. You guys hear me now? There she goes. Sorry about that. I was stressing out about this. Look, there she goes. What I was trying to say is, guys, is that liquidity is at that 112,500. Either two moves are about to happen. Look, there she goes. She's popping. Let's see if she gets all the way up to that 112,500. We might have to just close this out. We'll take what we can get. She's squeezing right now, man. She's popping off. Yeah, what I was saying is that the liquidity's at 112,500. It's either at 112,500, right up in here, or the liquidity right below us. So we're right in the middle of this gap. It looks like she wants to squeeze. Look at her go. We're just going to have to lock this in and re-enter into this position. That's what it's looking like, man. Again, I just hate closing these positions, man, and then these things just end up rolling over. It's looking like she wants to squeeze, man. I really do want to see what Asia hours bring us. These Asian hours, how this thing's gonna trade. The world's about the other side. The other side of the world's about to see that we just busted out at 112K. She is just slow grinding, which tells me that she's probably going to end up coming up towards this liquidity up here. Looks like she's ready to rip. What do we got? 800 bucks. Ay, ay, ay. And again, if you guys are just tuning in from X, Thank you for joining me. We did take the short. We kept pounding down on the short. Got our entry. We were up almost $3,000. We are watching this bad boy just slow climb back up. We're waiting to see, did we actually catch? Is 112 our top? Are we going to squeeze all of these shorters up to this 112 500s? Maybe 117, depending on how. I mean, I can see she's getting a little exhausted here, so I don't know if we're going to see 117s, but maybe we can take out this top. Again, we're waiting to see if this is an actual top, guys. A lot of times she can come up a second time, roll over. She came up a second time like that and then completely rolled over. We could 100% see that here in just a bit. Can she roll back up to 112 500, 112 900s, and then roll over tonight? Absolutely. And again, if you guys can, definitely like and subscribe on the YouTube so you guys can hit the notification bell for when I do my scalp and chills. We've been doing those almost every night, making $2,000, $3,000, $4,000 almost every single night in the scalp and chills. And if you guys can like and sub to the X account where I just post technically our wins and the streams. What's up, Christian? Yeah, 111 700. She's fighting right now, man. We might just have to close this up. You know, if she really gets past this little break that it had before it buckled down, so this right here, she could probably come up, try to squeeze, maybe do this double top. Again, we've seen it on all the other times where, you know, you go to a 4 hour and you can see all these other came up multiple times, came up, played around it multiple times before it finally rolled over. We could definitely see that again. Comes up, plays a couple of times, boom, 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 looks something like this. And then roll over. That can absolutely happen. We might just have to lock in our $700 and just let it ride, man. And then I might just take the position because I do think that maybe this thing comes up a little higher, man. If she comes up, I'll take my position, but I'll juice the leverage. Maybe we'll get $500,000, $1 million up on the trade instead of 370K. But this looks like she's ready just to at least trump it a little bit. Maybe we take, again, another swing back up here at this 111 800s, 111 800, somewhere up here, 111 700s, like you were saying. Again, the more that they short up here, the harder this thing can squeeze and just try to get everybody out. I'd be looking maybe at 112 even. I'll be willing to lose probably $1,000. If I get the entry at 112s, I'll let this thing breathe up quite a bit, you know what I mean? Because I think she can float around overnight and then completely drop. Yeah, it looks like we might just have to lock in a little bit here, at least 750. It's either all or nothing on these trades, guys. We were up quite a bit, but she just didn't have enough just to roll over. We're a couple hours away from Asia trading hours. You know, and there's only, again, guys, there's only two ways that this is playing out. The liquidity, if we just go back over to the heat map. Let me show you guys. Let's hit refresh on this. We go back over to the heat map. This is what I was talking about. We're in a big gap right now. We're either literally coming down to 110 300s, 110 even, or we're coming up to 111 to 112 500s. This is where we start dipping into some of this. See how it likes to dip right into this liquidity? We can dip right into this liquidity as well and then come back down. So nobody knows. That's why I was saying we are in the thick of it right now. Somebody's about to be right. Either the shorts, the longs are sitting pretty right now because if you're long, you should have been long from way down here. You should have been long somewhere in here between 107s. 107s, 108.3, somewhere in here you should have been long. You're sitting real pretty. You could raise your stop losses right above this or even here. Lock it in. You're sitting real pretty. If you're short from the top at 111 800s, 111 600s, you're a little biased right now because you're wanting that downside right back to this to the breakout. And the way this would look, you have rejection, couldn't do it. Rejection, couldn't do it. We finally broke out. You want to retest 109 600s and then rip on out of here. So if you're short right now, again, you're a little biased. You want that retest, and on top of that, there's always an option. There's always an option that we just popped off a double top for BTC. This doesn't look toppy to me though. Just from my experience, this does not look toppy. But we always got to keep it as an option. Could this be a double top and Bitcoin's ready to head right back down here to the bottom of this range? So we originally had a nice big parallel channel. We can go here. Where's my parallel channel at? Here. You can see here. You can see we broke out of the parallel channel, played around, retest almost twice, and then we broke out. That's why I don't think that this is the top, but we got to keep it up as an option that this, could Bitcoin be topped out for 112 for the rest of the summer. Now, if we just go out to the 1 week, all right, if we go out to the 1 week, we can see here that if we go to July, all right, guys, here's July. Look at July 15th. Here's July 22nd. And then we bleed out. Every summer, guys, after these big pumps, we bleed out. Let's go over here to the summertime. Let's go right back over here. This isn't a good chart. We're going to have to go over here to TradingView real quick. If we just go to BTC USD, let's go to a long history real fast. Let's go out to a 3-day. Again, here's July. At the end of the July, guys, we bleed out. Let's go all the way back here. Let's go right back to July again. All right, look. Here's June, July. We bleed out. All right? So almost every summertime, we're hanging out. The bulls are just kicking back, enjoying vacation. We're bleeding out to the right and down. Could that be the same again here? We got March, April, May, June, July. Look at July right here. July again. We bleed out. So could we have caught, is 112 our top? For a local top, maybe, who knows? You just take the trade, set a stop right above. This doesn't look very, this looked like she's ready. This does not look like a top to me. All right, this does not look like a top to me. I think we blow out towards this, you know, just one little hoorah, 117s. 117s, and then maybe that's the top. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, DGen, Crypto DGen. I'm reading the, on this account, we have 130 Gs. We're playing, we got, I put 123 into the account here. So on this trade, we're normally trading with anywhere between 50 to, you know, 130 Gs. Normally 50 grand, but things have been a little spicy. We've done multiple challenges as well. We've done the whole $1,000. We're in the middle of a $30,000 to a $1 million challenge. We're absolutely killing it in the Coliseum. That does remind me, I got to check up on everybody's goals, how they're doing with their compounding. Like time, but the G are nice. But the G's? Yeah, Christian, and if you guys are just tuning in, there's a lot of you guys jumping in. We almost got 100 folks. We almost got 100 watching right now. On my X account, there is my Telegram link to the open chat. You guys are more than welcome to jump in, enjoy. Jump over to YouTube, hit the notification bell if you guys like what you're seeing. But we're normally popping off anywhere. Like today, I think I posted a handful of P&Ls, 2800s, 900s, 600s, 1,000. But we're normally scalping like madmen inside of the Coliseum. And women. We have some women traders that are in there as well. They're killing it. I have been in crypto for 8 years. I've been in crypto for about 8 years. I bought my first Bitcoin, I think, I don't know, $300-400. I've made a lot of mistakes, man. I've lost a lot of money learning what I'm teaching. A lot. A lot. But for a very long time. You know, Bitcoin was a killer play, but if you believe in certain projects, like I'm a big proponent of Chainlink. I bought majority of all my Chainlink at $2.50 to $6, like the fucking house on it. And when we got up to that $30, I was more than happy to offload it. It's everybody's, you know, I do think Chainlink's going up to $100. I think Bitcoin's going to probably peak at about 130, 150K this cycle. I do believe that Bitcoin's going to $1 million. I think that ETH is going to melt faces. You will not get an alt season if ETH does not break out. Not happening, guys. None of your projects out there in the fucking world are going to pump before Ethereum. You want an alt season, then it's called, I have videos called the Bitcoin offloading. And what that means is that you know, when you're looking at Bitcoin dominance, you want the whales on chain to start offloading their Bitcoin into your altcoins. Has nothing to do with Tether. Okay? When Tether is minted, do you think they want to buy shitcoins or something that family households, governments, private equity, stock market companies are buying? They want to get a piece of Bitcoin. What's your second largest altcoin or second largest crypto with an ETF attached to it? Ethereum. If you guys truly want an alt season, you want the Bitcoin offloading. And what that looks like, let's go over it together. Here, let's go over here. We'll go here. We'll go to, let's go to MaxC. Let's go to BTCD. Let's go out to the 3-day. Let's go out to a weekly here. We could see here, guys, I had targets of Bitcoin of touching this 70%. All right. And I think that this is just barely cooling off. I think the Bitcoin dominance is going to end up peaking out at close to the 70%. You're going to see a big blow off top. This is not a blow off top for Bitcoin dominance. So don't everybody get all fucking crazy. Oh, Bitcoin dominance is coming down. No, you're going to see a blow off top, a blow off top, a blow off top. And then this thing's going to shit the bed. Boom, boom. And this is where you're going to start seeing. Let's compare it now. If this is Bitcoin dominance here, let's compare it to ETH BTC. All right. Let's also go to a 3-day. You can see here, if we just zoom out, when Bitcoin on this date, December 28th of 2020, December 28th of 2020, December 28th of 2020. You guys want this to happen. You guys want Bitcoin to shit the bed, and you want Ethereum to go to Valhalla. If this does not happen, you can kiss your alts goodbye for a whole nother fucking year. Not gonna happen. So as long as everybody keeps hearing, oh, Bitcoin, new all-time high, Bitcoin just keeps climbing, oh, Bitcoin keeps climbing. Why is Ondo doing so bad? Why is Ethereum just not hitting new all-time highs? Well, fuck, guys, we're in a Bitcoin super cycle. I think everybody forgets that we ended up hitting an all-time high before our halving because we have this ETF. CryptoFace said it best. The moment you invited this ETF into a decentralized asset, you invited to dance to with the devil. Point blank. And so this is what you guys want to see is the Bitcoin offloading. And then you guys can have an alt season. And you know, this is looking pretty good. Again, if we were just to compare the blow off top that I'm talking about, if we were just to compare the blow off top that I'm talking about, and ETH can hold, all right, look, ETH broke down out of this little range. It broke down. If ETH can hold, all right, and play around inside of this sideways range, then maybe ETH is bottomed. And when this does its last little hoorah and drops, Ethereum can start its reign. And this is where you're going to start seeing your largest altcoin pairs to BTC. So you're going to have, you know, ETH BTC, Sol BTC, XRP BTC. And this is truly how you get an alt season. It ain't going to be from XRP making it with the banks. Yeah, that's a good pump for the day. You want a true alt season. Start telling these whales and start telling all your fucking friends that have all this Bitcoin, hey, dude, you should probably start off in it and making some rotation into your alts. You ain't seeing it here. Hope that makes sense. We're floating around on this trade right now. And I do think that you're going to end up having an alt season. I think you guys are. So I'm a little different on the idea of an alt season. An alt season in this current Bitcoin super cycle was November and December of 2024. You had 2 months of your alts going ballistic. Chainlink $32, XRP $360. You had some serious pumps. You had a $50 Avalanche. You had a $300 Solana. I think you guys is alt season because here's the thing, guys. If Bitcoin whales want more Bitcoin, you don't want to stay out of your Bitcoin position for long. Which means what? They're going to take the 2, 3, 4X's on their altcoins, and that's not going to last longer than a month or two. And then what are they going to do? Right back into Bitcoin. So you all better be prepared to dust those fucking altcoins because it ain't going to be no 6-month going to the moon like it's been the last 3 cycles, guys. It ain't going to be that way. We have a Bitcoin super cycle. There's too many big things happening with Bitcoin. There's too many hands that want to just own more of it. And it's just, it's very, very risky to give up your Bitcoin position at this stage of the game for an alt season. But I do think that you're going to get a mild alt season, and it's just not going to be as crazy as the ones we've seen. And again, guys, if you guys can at least, like the stream, jump over to YouTube, hit the notification bell, follow me on YouTube, follow me on X. You guys get access to the free Telegram. Greatly appreciate it. We're up almost $1,400 again. This trade's just been floating around. We're waiting to see. We're shorting Bitcoin. It was, crypto crank versus 112 grand. Somebody's about to be right, guys. Do the longs have it in the bag? Do the shorts have it in the bag? Nobody knows. But we're killing it right now, man. We had some nice trades. We've been having some nice trades. Again, I am totally a little biased because I want to see this thing just plummet. But right now, we are climbing right now. We don't have any fucking patterns right now for what this thing's doing. She's just sideways trading. And like I explained to you guys, the reason why she's doing this. Let's go over to the heat map. You guys can see we hit the little volume right here. We are in just a volume gap. There's nothing going on up here, guys. This means that there's so many indecisive traders. Nobody knows right now to go long or short. Indecisive. This is why we have liquidations above. And we have a shit ton of liquidations below. Now, because we have more liquidations below, we could do both things. We can shoot up, try to put in a new all-time high. These guys will be taken out at 108, all the way down to 108. Or 2, do we just plummet down to 108? And 112 was our high, and we're going to cool off. Yeah, thanks for joining us, man, if you're new to crypto. If you're new to crypto, guys, I can tell you that just like I tell everybody inside of the Coliseum and inside of my open chat, as you're learning and you're working your daily jobs, you can learn to be disciplined, have a structure for the money that you're about to spend. If you're working your daily jobs and you're working your 8 to 5s and you want to have an investment, nothing's going to pay you like crypto. Everything will be on a blockchain. Everything. Every application, every upload, every download, every search engine, every media, the whole ecosystem, the system of the internet will eventually be on a blockchain. And there's nothing else that's going to pay you more than this innovation right now. You're going to have stocks, bonds, treasuries, fiat money, dollars. Everything will be tokenized. Everything will be on a blockchain. So again, while you're learning these things, you're learning to trade, you're learning risk management, portfolio management. These are the things that are going to help you have the trust in yourself to put that hard-working 8 to 5 capital to work. Come on, baby. I want this thing just to drop. I haven't locked in any profit yet, guys. We haven't locked in anything. She looks like she's ready to take one more swing back up into here. I guess we can lock in at least $500. That way we're covering all the fees. We're covering everything. But It's really all or nothing on these trades. Preferably, man, I got in a little late. I took my family out to lunch. By the time I got home, I was trying to pound down on this short. I knew it needed to cool off. If I would have had the position from up here, I would have had at least 20x leverage. We would have had probably $1.5 million on the trade. We probably would have already been up 6, 7, 8 grand right up in here. We would have been sitting nice, but we did 3x leverage because this is considered mid chop. You know, we don't know. From here, this thing could have bounced. It could have played up to the top of here. There she goes. Look at her go. And if you're new to crypto and you do want to get involved with some altcoins, you haven't missed anything. You haven't missed nothing. You could still buy a $13 chain link. That's bear market fucking prices, man. $5 to $13 for 2.5 years. You haven't missed anything, dude. So anybody feeling like you've missed any of the price action, you haven't missed shit. So me personally, I wouldn't be longing in this area. Absolutely not. We are so close to an all-time high. We are right here at all-time highs. You are playing within a 0.5% of all-time highs. Your downside to your upside is bigger. Now, I say that because the liquidity is below us. We're at an all-time high. We're probably heading right back down when it's over to at least 108s. But can we squeeze up to this 112 500s? I think so. A trend-based Fibonacci I had it right at 112s. 112s, 117, somewhere in there. But this is death by a million candles. We've been streaming for almost 2 hours. And we still up $1,000 if we wanted to close shop. I mean, and this looks like she wants to go for another, another little run. But who knows? And it is 4:43. The Asian markets open up in about 3 hours. At this point, I think what we are going to end up seeing, because this is holding all the way up here at 110 500s, I think probability it states that we're probably going to end up squeezing up towards this 112.5. 112.5, we get up into here, and then we'll end up plummeting right back down to this 108.5s, 108s. Looks something like this. And look, it did it here. Look, it kind of came down, came right back up to the top right here. Came back up to the top for a triple top right up in here. And then rolled over completely all the way down to 103s. And this happened fast. We could definitely see something like that happen where this thing just rolls straight over. There she goes. The other thing too is if this just keeps And the other thing too, guys, is I do have a plan. If this thing does end up, I have zero problems taking a small fee, closing this puppy out, and then we end up longing at the 112,500s. No problem. We still have 670 bucks. I feel like that's going to go quick. $112,027. Let's see here. Again, guys, if you're just joining us, we did short the 112 top here. We kept adding a little bit to the position, got it in at 111,500s. She's fighting right now. We're trying to decide if 112 is going to be our top, or the Asian markets open up. Do we put in a higher top than what we just saw? We were up a couple grand. We're just letting this thing breathe. She's looking like she wants to just take off, but let's see. This looks like she is just ready to go, but looks like ETH is ready to roll out too, man. Looks like everything's going to get a nice little pump. One more little pump as we go into the Asian hours. Bitcoin's doing the same thing right now. We're almost to entry. And again, if you guys are just joining us, like and subscribe. Hit the notification bell, guys, so you guys can get more of this scalp and chills. I think I said it at the beginning of the stream. We've been doing the scalp and chills almost every night, making a few grand. You guys are more than welcome to take the positions if they're available with me. On my Telegram and on YouTube, there is my open chat. You guys are more than welcome to join. Surround yourself with other traders. Come on, Biddy. What do you want to do, man? This is death by 1,000 candles, guys. We've been streaming for 2 hours now. We have just been straight streaming for 2 hours. Looks like everybody's having a little pool party. I walked outside and everyone's enjoying the pool. Dope. I might have to get off, guys. We might just have to see exactly where this ends. Just either get stopped out or one way or another. I'm going to be watching it. I can catch it on my phone. But let's see here. I think I got a couple more minutes. We've been streaming exactly 2 hours. I do think that this might end up trumpeting. This might end up trumpeting up. She looks like she's ready to trumpet. Over the last 2 hours, you got a low, a higher low, a higher low. Let's see if we can just squeeze. And then I can get me a nice better entry right up here at this, 112 500s would be the ideal area. I wish it would show us something cool. Either a massive pump or a serious just dump. Just roll straight the fuck over. Again, little biased. I'm in a large short right now. Let's look at Solana real quick. Solana's also at the top here. We got 160. It's been liking this 160. Go out to a 4 hour, guys. I was telling everybody about Solana on this double bottom here, and the reason being this double bottom, guys, if you just were to pull a fib from this low right here to this high, you guys can see here we had double bottoms off of the Fibonacci golden pocket. We came up, came down to the golden pocket, bounced, came up again, came down to the golden pocket for a double bottom. Solana is ready to roll, you guys. Solana's 100. It's ready to roll, man. So if we just go ahead and we pull the fibs from, if we pull it from high to low, we can see here the only reason on this top and this bottom, you can see that our 786 rejection. We tapped off of it here. If we end up breaking through 160s on Solana, if Solana ends up breaking 160, you got to clean all of this up. You got to go out to the daily. And then we're going to pull a fib from this guy to the top right here, or from the high to the bottom. 164s, next big hurdle. And then from there, we have all the way up to 230s, guys. 180s first. Let's not get too excited. We got 180s and then all the way up to 230s. We can just get vacuum sucked up. Same thing with Ethereum. Ethereum right now, guys, is inside of this beautiful range. Beautiful range. All right, we had one big shakeout. We had Donald Trump and Elon scaring the markets. One big crazy dump. If Ethereum can break out of this, guys, we are at the line in the sand right now for ETH. You can see here we had a bunch of resistance. This was our big breakdown. 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 If we can clear this here, then our next fib retracement level on the way up is going to end up being right up at 3,000 to 3135. This will end up being our next big level. I think if we break this, we're going to get vacuum sucked right up to 3,050 to 3135 all day long. Now, I'm not a breakout trader. I teach not to be a breakout trader. What we want to see is either a breakout retest, and then up to that, I will not be longing Ethereum here. Your longs were way back here, guys, at 2370s, way down here at 2073s. Again, you guys just want to pull the fibs from this low right here on this big accumulation phase to our high, local high. It bounced also off of the golden pocket. Everything's primed up right now. The only way that this is going to be a shit fest is if Bitcoin makes its way back down to 100K. Because I promise you, just like a big anchor, if Bitcoin takes a dump, everything's going to take a dump. Come on, man. I want this puppy just to dump. Or do something cool. I don't mind closing it out. And we can get ourselves a nice big long up at the top. Get a much better position. Juice up some leverage. There she goes. And it looks here, guys, like I've been on for almost 2 hours. If you guys like the content, please like and subscribe. Make your way over into the free Telegram group. Eventually make your guys' way over to the Cranksters Coliseum. And we go over a lot of this stuff almost every single day. We're taking these radical scalps. We're doing the late night scalp and chills. Come on, Biddy. There she goes. Might just have to close this out, guys. Might just have to close her out. I think what she's going to end up doing here is just like the last few times we were up in these ranges. She plays around. Look, she can totally come up. We had a high. Played around at this high. And then dumped. We had a high. Played around at this high. And then dumped. If it's going to repeat itself, I could probably close out this position, set it up at 11,000, 111, 900s. Set a couple of little, set the hooks. We can set the hooks up here and start getting this 100 grand refilled. This 123 Gs, we can start, again, when I say set the hooks, guys, you can get it filled here, get it filled here. Get it filled here, here, and here. As she comes up, fills the orders. She comes down. You're sitting pretty good. Do you guys got any questions for me? Whether you're on X, if you're on X or on YouTube. Again, I'm watching. This is death by a million candles. I really think that this is going to end up popping up one more time like it did before, where it was playing around right here. So if I catch something exciting, I might be on later tonight. Be back to show you guys what I got. This has just been slow grind by 1,000 candles, man. In this scenario here, guys, I would be prepared for the short. This is short territory. And what I mean by that, let's see if how far Zoomex goes. What is this, 20K? Yeah, we can go here. Oops, this ain't gonna work. Hold on. All right, guys, if we just go from let's get a trend-based fib. We go from our highs to our lows. Hold on, I'm not doing this right. For my targets, we're going from our lows to our highs to our lows. This is where we're starting to see these numbers. And actually, I think I pulled it a little lower, like on this low right here. Yeah. All right, so this is how I was doing the trend based right here. I went from our cycle low of 15,300s. All right. We pull it all the way up to our all-time high. And then I pulled it within the whole range right here. All right, everything between here and here. And you can see that we are at the Fibonacci golden pocket. I had those levels of 111s for the stop. Next level is going to end up being all the way up at 126 based off of this fib-based retracement. Now you can get fun with it, and you can pull it from this low right here. And you can stay all the way up here at 130s. You could pull it to this low and try to find some confluence. But the way I pulled it right here, this is how I was watching it. Let me pull this here. Again, a little biased right now, guys. I want this thing just to plummet, man. Show us something cool, Bitcoin. What's up with these slow moves, man? You've been fucking rocking all damn day, and now all of a sudden it wants to just get slow on us. I think all these altcoins, you guys, I'm just saying that if Bitcoin does end up getting a nice big pullback, then these alts are going to come back. All of these alts are primed for it, man. Bitcoin, I mean, I'm Ethereum shorts. I mean, I'm just saying all across the board. This is not long territory. You do not long tops, guys. You do not long tops, and you do not short bottoms. What's XRP at? 240 still? Dang, it really hasn't even moved during this. I mean, tonight you might see XRP get up to 249. 249s would be the next pit stop. Solana. $176 is going to be for Solana. You can see here, all I did was pull our fib, guys, from the top here at 187 to our low of 126. You can see that we got rejected right at the golden pocket on the way up on this move. So our next level is going to end up being 175, 176, maybe 180s. 180s is right up here at the top of these wicks before it had a big rejection. Let's go to Chainlink. Link is prime for $17. Actually, $15.40, man. Same thing. You can see here, right here at $15.40, $15.28 is Chainlink's. Everything's primed, guys. It's just really going to be based off if Bitcoin doesn't decide to take a shit tonight, right back to 108s, $100,000. All right, guys, I think I'm going to go ahead and jump off the stream. If something happens special, I blow out of this position and we get a much better position, get some serious leverage behind it, get ourselves a big whopper, then I'll probably be back on. But right now, we're up only $500. We've been watching this thing. We kind of round-tripped it. We were up $3,000. We're waiting to see, man, if 112 is going to be our top. I have zero problems getting stopped out. I'll stop this out here to see how she's going to play because I'll be more than happy to take this position at 112. 112s, 112,500 to be specific, right up in this area on the liquidity map. If you guys can, just like and subscribe on the video. Follow me on X. Follow me on YouTube. Get notified when we're doing the scalp and chills at night. You guys can participate in the fun. I hope you guys have a good night. Maybe you guys might see me later on if something cool happens. Like I said, we were up a nice little 3Gs. Maybe we still might be up 3Gs because at some point, Bitcoin is going to shit the bed. I promise. All right, I hope you guys have a good night. I'll see you guys later. See you in a bit.